and change.
Well, they use these people, Satanists and people who are very sensitive to the spirit realm, and they think that they're helping, like I once did. And demons will use that.
That's why I learned karate.
Through the demons?
No. I had to, when me and Mojo Joe got together.
You can't even say his name right. It's Mojo Jojo. Or do you call
maybe you're not as close as me and him.
Oh, because you don't have to say the extra Joe.
You know how people have closer relationships. They don't have to do the extra words. Like somebody, like say someone's, name is, Kathy. They might just say, hey, Kay. Right. That's the same thing with me and Mojo.
Well, like you're Scott. So what do I call you, Scott?
He just calls me because he knows about the big S on my chest.
Boy, this is all tying together. It's not looking good for me.
Facts are facts.
So next week, let's do Freemasonry. But I do want to continue with these crazy rituals. So, what would you say if I said? What would you think of if I said holy underwear?
Batman. Yeah.
Holy underwear, Batman, like that?
Yeah.
No.
Maybe the stuff in the top of my drawer.
The big old holes.
Yeah. Dude, them are from the 80s. Put them back.
Well, the Church of Latter-day Saints, the Mormons, they have special undergarments. They wear them day and night.
And I actually lived in Utah for 4 years when I was in the military. I know firsthand about these people.
You've seen them in their underwear?
No, I know a great deal about how they live, how they act, what goes on. There are the Mormons that you have around here or in other parts of the country. And then there's another whole group of them that are in Utah that are a little bit different.
Different as in they're really into it, or?
They're really into it, and they're extremely judgmental about anybody that's not within their church.
So they're in their box.
Oh, they're in their box heavily.
Oh, very tight.
I can remember living there, and it was like, coffee and stuff, and having caffeine was considered bad to them.
Okay.
Right? It was a big deal, and you think, okay, all right, some people have their little beliefs, whatever, fine. But they own Pepsi-Cola. Do you know how much caffeine is in Pepsi?
Oh, that's weird.
It's just little stuff like that, Yeah,
that's sort of like when you, well, I don't know if other states have this, but here in Wisconsin, every summer, every weekend, there's a church festival, and people are getting wasted.
Yeah, a church festival, and they have, the beer tents going on, and they got some half-dressed, hard-rocking group. It's like,
Yeah, if you're going to be one
here we go again. You talk about what's going to please God or what's going to be right as a Christian or whatever. Okay, well, let's, on a real quick, fast note here, what are you wearing? What are you doing?
Right.
What are you listening to? What are you drinking? How are you acting? How are you treating others? If you can answer all those things and it would all be Christ-like, well, then maybe you're living a Christian life. But if you're not, then you're just a hypocrite. And I'm not saying hypocrisy doesn't exist everywhere.
And it does, sure.
And it does, because we're not perfect.
Right.
But to blatantly stick it out there, it's like
advertise.
People. It does.
And that's the problem with religion and why
people my priest, he gets high. Great. That makes it right.
That's true.
Yeah, that makes it right somehow. I don't know.
Okay, so they wear these special undergarments. Well, maybe their priests could wear these special garments because when they're properly worn, it provides protection against the temptation of evil. So you can wear them before the church festival. I don't know. Pretty weird. But anyways, okay, so there's another group in India called the Agore Babis. They eat the dead.
If you're hungry.
I guess, they don't have McDonald's, The fear of death hinders spiritual enlightenment. That's what they believe. So what they do is they eat their dead, and they'll eat human flesh, they'll drink urine and stool, and they believe that the gods... Oh, what?
Stool.
Yeah, that's gross. Well, the only ones that they don't eat, though, are the holy men, the children, pregnant women or unmarried women, and people who have died of leprosy and snake bites. So what they do with those people is they put them afloat down a river, which will purify them.
Oh, yeah, that'll take care of it.
And then they pull them, and then they eat them.
Yeah,
it's much better, Sort of
much cleaner now. We washed it.
Sort of like when you have fries, greasy fries at McDonald's, and you just douse them in ketchup, and they're like, oh, these are good. It's part tomato. It's vegetable and fruit. So, same thing. Yuck. So then there's a Shia sect of Islam.
Shiite. Shayat Mazla.
Is it? I don't know. Well, they carry out a ritual of mass scourging flesh during a holy month in order to honor the execution.
Mass scourging flesh. How
Doesn't that sound
nice. It does sound good.
It sounds appealing. Like, makes me want to convert.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. I'm on it.
Yeah. I mean, let's do some scourging flesh, you know.
But I don't know anybody around here.
No.
I've heard about the neighbors. I'm not. I mean, you eat the one, you'll be drunk.
Oh,
and the other one's pretty wrinkly. I don't know.
Yeah, it wouldn't work. Yeah. But during a holy month, in order to honor the execution of the grandson of Muhammad, they'll have this whole scourging thing. The men will first go into a trance. You know, of course, that trance thing is always popping up. And then they whip their bodies with blades attached to chains.
Good times there.
That's great.
Blades and chains, beating yourself and getting the blood going and, permanent scars and damage. I mean...
And they're like, hey...
Well, of course I want to be part of this.
And who comes up with this?
Well, once again, what are they trying to do? They're trying to please their God or their religion or their sect. Whatever they're doing, they're trying to please and think they can come up with something in their own minds.
Yeah.
Through their own centuries of things added on to, taken away, put on. And
what kind of God is that you would hurt yourself to please them?
The God I serve already did that for me.
He did for us.
I don't have to.
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything, but do the
like
things
ours.
He says. Yeah, ours is better. We don't have to.
Yeah, come on our side.
Don't have to.
Come to the light side.
Come to our side.
So in Tibet, oh, that is freaky. In Tibet, Buddhists practice a strange sacred ritual called the sky burial.
Sorry.
A sky burial? Did you ever hear that? The Buddhists believe that, they believe in a cycle of rebirth. So what they do is, when someone dies, they have a specialist, they got a special cutter, and he just chops them all up. He rips them, and he chops them, and he puts them, shred them, and puts them through the chopper, chop, 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 chop. And then, and then they go into pieces, and they go to a high point, as high as they can get, and they spread it all around to be devoured by scavengers.
Nice.
Yeah, that's fun. Good time.
Good times.
Oh, look at it. It was not Aunt Joan's finger. I mean, ew.
I'm not sure. Let's compare it to the others.
Yuck. In Madagascar, they have a ritual called the turning of the bones, which happens every 2 to 7 years. They believe that the faster that the body decomposes, the faster the spirit reaches the afterlife. So as soon as someone kicks the bucket, boy, they are right there. And they're going to dig them up, and they're going to dance with the corpse to the music, and dance around the tomb, and then they rebury them.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, okay, Martha, you're looking good. You're feeling maybe a little stiff, a little cold, but hey.
So gross. Oh. And they probably think...
Come on, loosen up.
And those people over in Tibet and stuff are like, God, look at those dummies. They're praying to that statue. Don't they know it's not real? Or they're saying,
that's just it.
How they think
how they view
us.
Different things and how different things are viewed.
Yeah. So, same thing, I guess, So then there's something called the annual vegetarian festival in Phuket, Thailand. These rituals, they push spears, knives, swords, hooks, and even guns through their cheeks. Okay, that's odd.
I know what you're thinking.
What am I thinking?
This is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world. And even though it can blow your head clean off your shoulders, it'll certainly go through your cheeks quite easily.
And if it goes through your cheek, you know what will happen?
What?
The evil spirits?
Yes.
Or not, the spirits.
Oh, nothing evil. No. Only good.
They come through the holes in your body.
Well, good. You better make two then. Because you want them to come in and you want them to get out.
Ew. Yeah, so that's what they
That's why people make the problem with, when they have mice and stuff. How are the mice getting in? It's very simple, folks. You have to have two holes. One for the mouse to come in, another one for the mouse to get out.
Mouse won't go out the same hole?
Huh?
Won't the mouse go out the same hole?
I don't know that, but you should have an in and out.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's important.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, because,
Right.
Yeah.
You should label them.
There's tribes in Papua New Guinea. They believe that crocodiles...
That's such a cool name, though.
Papua New Guinea. It is. It's fun to say. Papua New Guinea.
Papua New Guinea.
A big Papua New Guinea. I like it. Ooh.
Do that thing.
Do that with my mouth. That's fun.
I know.
That's fun. Okay, we're just having a good time.
Did you win a contest one time doing that?
Stupid human tricks. Yeah, during the movie Major League.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they filmed that in between takes because we were in the movie. I wasn't in the movie. I was an extra. And then they did stupid human tricks, and I took third place. I lost to some 40-year-old woman, and I was like really cute and 17, and she is like this lady who she did a chicken call. She took second, and then the first person like took their leg and wrapped it around their neck and hopped around, and they took first. I'm like, really? I took third over that?
That's crazy.
That's not fair.
I wrap my leg around my head all the time.
And you're doing your karate stuff?
You have to. You got to keep limber.
Well, in Papua New Guinea, they believe that crocodiles are the creators of humans. So
that's a knife.
I don't know who would think that. Who would think that crocodiles created us? That's weird. Yeah. But absolutely no connection there. But in their ritual, their youth live in seclusion for 2 months. And another expert cutter, they're around everywhere. They mark their bodies with sharp pieces of bamboo in patterns of like the crocodile, whatever that. Yeah, we've seen that on
TV and Discovery and stuff.
Yeah.
They've shown stuff like this where these people, and it's like some sort of honor to be able to look like a crocodile the rest of your life. They'll scar their whole backs and everything and do it a certain way, and it'll actually kind of look like a crocodile back. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I certainly don't want to do it and have it. From an artistic point of view, I guess you could say it does look kind of cool. I don't want to do it, but I don't think it's going to get you to any place special because you're running around looking like a reptile.
Yeah. Well, it'd probably get you in the water with the crocodiles. But the marks are supposed to symbolize tooth marks left by the spirit of the crocodile as it ate the young boy's body and expelled him as a grown man. Because we all know that happens every day.
Yes.
Now, the Mayans.
That's how I was born.
I
was expelled from a crocodile. Oh, absolutely. It was in South America, though.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you were South American crocodile.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just saying.
Yeah. The Mayans, they're all about blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blood was the number one thing, like
blood.
Here it'd probably be like beer or alcohol. Or if you're in Colorado, maybe marijuana. I don't know. But the Mayans believed in blood. And the sacrifice of any living creature was a powerful blood offering. So after they started doing that, they wanted to up their game. So the sacrifice of people, human life, was the ultimate offering.
People.
Oh, sacrifice the people. So they would sacrifice what was most valuable, which would be children, because obviously, when someone's kid happens, then they freak. Yeah. And then women, those who bore children. So,
yes.
So that was their thing. So they had sacrifices and rituals of decapitation.
Good times.
Heart extraction.
Yes.
They shot people with arrows and hurled sacrifices into deep sinkholes.
Now, I've seen they've got sinkholes are just... They haven't even begun to discover all the sinkholes and the holes and stuff in caverns and stuff that were made and natural and different things throughout that whole area because it's such a vast area and it's so deep in jungle. But they still yet today find Mayan ruins on... If they go looking, they'll find a lot
of people.
But we're talking millions of square miles of jungle that's so dense. Well, when I was in there...
No, you weren't. You weren't in the jungle. And they entombed people alive, and they disemboweled people and tied them to a stake.
Can you imagine being buried alive?
No. There's that movie, The Serpent and the Rainbow, about where they give you the zombie dust or whatever.
Right.
Which is a true story.
It's a true story, right.
It's voodoo. Okay.
Right, it's voodoo.
And then they're alive, but
they won't appear to be alive at all. Their breath is so...
conscious, that's it.
They're so... They're aware of what's going on and have zero response to their body.
Forget.
In fact, their heartbeat and everything is so slow.
They're pronounced
and their breath is so shallow that you would think that they're dead, and so they get buried alive.
That's,
It actually happened to me once.
No, it didn't happen.
Oh.
But there's some really neat stories about that.
I don't believe any of my stories.
Because I've been married to you, and I know things.
Well, you weren't always married to me.
No, but you would have told me stuff like that.
Well, I've had a lot happen.
Yeah. You know all my stories. So
your stories...
Like, the only one you didn't know about was the whole Bloody Mary in the Sears bathroom thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I was little, so...
That was hilarious.
But now you know, and so... But it didn't have me being a crocodile or knowing karate, some serious things.
Whatever.
So, well, anyway, so, these sacrifices...
Wait till the people at Toothy's hear about this.
But here's the weirdest Mayan thing. To me, this was really weird. You know what they did to some of these bodies after they killed them and sacrificed them? They tightly bound them into a ball.
Oh, yeah. We talked about this.
Yeah, they bounced it in a ritual, like, I guess maybe similar to a basketball game. So they would bounce these dead remains. It was like a ritual.
Balls of flesh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
how nice.
And another thing with the Mayans, too, they believe suicide was like an initial way, like, instantly to get to the afterlife. So I'm sure...
And such a opposite of We know that according to our Word of God, that
Right.
suicide is somewhat of an abomination to God.
Yeah.
There's sin,
Life
which
is precious.
Can be forgiven, and there's abominations, and suicide is an abomination. There's no chance for you to fix anything. You blew it, and we can't talk. I mean, we don't know. There's things that people have gone through and dealt with that they don't see an out.